So yeah, this is just going to be one of the little quick trios, and today it's boozy scents, which can be lots of different boozy things. Could be even ones without obviously booze listed and stuff. Some just have that vibe, don't they, and that kind of smell, and some of them are quite beautiful and great for this time of year actually. So these will probably be all darker ones and that, and yeah, it's the usual indie designer niche kind of thing in it all, and yeah, just crack on. I mean, boozy notes that, sorry, I never say much in the introduction, do I? Boozy notes that are kind of commonly used of rum, brandy, whiskey, they tend to be the most common, don't they? But obviously you get winey ones and all sorts. Anyway, crack on. So for indie, I suppose it's kind of predictable, isn't it? From the fantastic One Way Bridge, a New Zealand based indie brand, from the great perfumer Elise, who just has some really unique and interesting and incredible kind of creations. This one I obviously have a sample of the EDP, but I also have the solid. Now the difference between the two, I suppose it's quite obvious, is the solid wears a bit smoother, a bit creamy is not the word, that's probably in my head, but smoother. It doesn't mean it's any less potent actually. I've made the mistake of rubbing myself with an absolute ton of this before, and yeah, it's not shy, but basically this is based around Elisa's kind of dream fella at the time, some kind of workman or woman that's walked into the pub after a long sweaty day cutting down trees. They've got their kind of sweaty, oily, hairy chest out, so it's got these kind of dark muskinesses there, a little bit of a human kind of muskiness, a bit of sweat and stuff, and it's mixed with all, like, top shelf, like the name suggests, all these boozers in the pub, all the stuff you get on the top shelf, such as your whiskey, your brandy, your dark rum, your rums, all them sorts of things. And it's kind of got the smell of a pub, like an old pub, like a proper old stone one with a fire, maybe a sheepskin rug on the floor, and that's what it's like. And these boozy notes in this had this sweet, intoxicating gorgeousness to it, and that kind of more kind of a rugged kind of what do you want to call it, slightly animalic human and touch just makes this just such a stunning fragrance. The EDP wears a bit, it booms out a bit more, and perhaps the musks are a little more dirty in there, but it's still magnificent for me because I'm quite a little person. I would say don't go for the bigger ones. The solid is great. So yeah, anyway, that's top shelf from One Way Bridge. So next is the niche, and that's, oh, come on, it was obvious, predictable. It's of course Angel Share from Killian. Now this is just, it's heavenly. They do boozy scents really well, don't they? And this one is obviously based around Angel Share's kind of the kind of evaporation and of the alcohol as it goes round in the whatever, look that up, Google it. So it starts off with a kind of fruity, nice, delicious kind of almost champagne brandy. It's very rich and very smooth, and then as this one develops you get more and more of the kind of warm spices. There is a hint of cinnamon, but I wouldn't put that as, it's not a massive cinnamon bomb, so don't worry about that. And it's got lots of beautiful woods in the base, like a wooden barrel, again where the alcohol is becoming brandy, etc. And also it's kind of like a bit like the other one, like the surface of a pub table soaked in the most wonderful brandy, and it's warm. There's also like a nutty feel in this one to me, and it's quite magnificent. Sometimes you get, don't get me wrong, there's not chocolate or anything like in it, but sometimes a little whiff of that, giving it this kind of cosy, just beautiful warmth. And that's mixing with these boozy notes that linger through it. It is an absolutely magnificent fragrance. So that's Angel Share from, sorry, and obviously in the base you get your Killian musks along with all of that still lingering in the spice. Now there are a lot like this on the market, but this stands out as being, to me, the best. It's fantastic. So that's Angel Share from Killian. And finally is the designer, and this wasn't an easy one to pick, because obviously quite a few designers have boozy ones, but I think this is one I've not mentioned before, and that's Bulgari's Man in Black. Now obviously we all know this fragrance. It's kind of some people compare it to Spice Bomb, and I get that, but it's on a different level, it's on a different plane. It's like comparing goldfish to salmon, you know. Not that I'm sure people eat goldfish, but you get my kind of meaning. And it's got these, like I say, the warm spices and the pink pepper and things that give it that similarity to Spice Bomb, and it is spicy. And you also get some lovely leather notes in there, just like a soft underlay of it. And going through this one with the tuberose, making it kind of rummy tuberose, if you like, is the rum, obviously. And it has this kind of soft elegance, and the sugar and the warmth, and all that comes together to create this kind of smooth. You do picture someone in black, like a black leather jacket, tuxedo, that kind of thing. It has all this touch of class and elegance and sophistication. It's not a loud one. It's one that wears quite close to the skin and that. And people say this doesn't last. On me it does. It's kind of more of a lingering one, and it's not one that evolves and changes too much. I could have spoke about the Black Orient flanker, but which is better, but in a different way. This one is the easier one. This one is the people-pleasing, beautiful one. So yeah, it's spices, warm spices. I'm sure there's cinnamon in there as well. The lovely, beautiful, soft, almost suede black leather on the base, and then that tuberose and rumminess. It's just incredible. So we all know what these fragrances smell like, so I'm not going to compare it to that again. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. So that's Bulgari's Man in Black. Yeah, thanks folks. This is another brief one, that's kind of the point. But like I was saying, boozy fragrances are magnificent. I could have picked other ones. There's a few from Killian, like Playing with the Devil, Moonlight in Heaven, which are also boozy, but that kind of fresher, tropical almost kind of feel. And you get other ones, there's Noir de Noir from Tom Ford with the red wine. There's all sorts of different kind of boozy ones. Again, I could have gone from a different Stout and Smoke from One Way Bridge, which is, you know, the clue's in the name. It's kind of that stouty, ale kind of smell and feel to it, and that's a beautiful one as well. So they come in all different kind of shapes and sizes, don't they? What about you? What's your favourite boozy scent? What do you like to smell in a kind of boozy scent? Do you prefer a kind of warmer one, a kind of sweeter kind of liqueur type one, or liquor, or kind of ale boozy? Anyway, that's waffling on too much. Right folks, thanks for watching, bye.